Hello, 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 jewelers. So, we got to get a few things out of the way before getting into this episode. So, this episode is like 2 weeks late. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so if you're on my email list, you have already received the email from last week. And it wasn't even my regular newsletter, it was just me being vulnerable and letting you all know what's going on in my life. And this whole the whole month of July was super busy for me. Like so busy in fact that I just got behind. Like I had a lot of my podcast episodes already recorded and scheduled. I already had a lot of my newsletters already written and scheduled. Like y'all know I'm a huge believer in batching your content no matter what it is. And child, between everything that I had going on and then my kids having multiple summer camps, and then I was a facilitator at a camp at my local community college. They wanted me to be the facilitator for a youth business camp for 4 days. So I had that, and then I had everything else that I normally do. July was horrible. It was hectic. Not saying horrible in a bad way. It was just a lot. So, yeah, child. So the reason why this episode is so late is because I already recorded this episode. Okay. It was great. I listened back to it. I mean, it was on point. I just hadn't edited it. Did I edit it? Excuse me. I don't think I did edit it. Now that I'm thinking about it. No, I didn't, because that's what happened. Okay, so yeah. So when I got home from the podcast studio where I record my podcast at the office space, I didn't do anything like I normally do. Normally I'll edit it. Sometimes I'll do it at the studio, and then other times I'll do it when I get home. So that day I don't remember what I did, but either way, I didn't get back on my laptop that night or the next day. So when I got back on it to go ahead and schedule that episode and then, go ahead and record some more because, like I said, I've been behind. I realized that I did not save it. And I just did not have it in me to re record it. So I'm finally re recording it. And yeah, so this is late. So another thing, too, my mid season episode was supposed to be the one for next week. But being that you all are getting this one so late, I am going to do this episode and then two more. So my mid-season episode, like the finale or whatever, will be on the 19th. And then you all will not get any more episodes from me until either late September or early October because that is my mid-season break. I have done enough episodes. I'm only going to do, I think, about, I want to say I have it planned for 26 episodes for my first season. And I think we're halfway. I gotta look back. I can't remember because again, it's too much, okay? Like it's a lot. So, but yeah, so August 19th, that is my mid-season break. And again, you all will not get any more episodes from me for about a month. That gives me time to catch up because I have a workshop that I have to teach at my local community college again. No, not the community college. They're hosting it, but it's not there. It's a brunch. So I have that coming up in 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks? Yes, 2 weeks. I haven't started it. I haven't planned it. I haven't outlined it. Nothing. Okay. Your girl is behind AF. So yeah, it's a lot. So this mid-season break will give me a chance to get back on track. I'll have my episodes planned and recorded and scheduled and all that jazz. Now, do be sure to head to my YouTube because I shockingly miss YouTube. So I will be back posting on there. I am not sure if I will be faceless or if you're going to see me. We will see. It's just going to be whatever I feel like, okay? But I do miss doing like tutorials and talking heads and all that stuff. So you may see me like vlogging. I don't know. We just gonna play it by ear. Whatever I feel like doing is what I'm gonna do. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I truly don't care. So it is what it is. I'm gonna do what I feel like doing. With all that being said, Let's get into the episode. Welcome to All Gems, No Crumbs, where the vibes are high and the tips hit every time. I'm your host, Ikaneisha J, entrepreneur, millennial mama, wife, and your go-to for real talk on building your brand, protecting your peace, and living your softest life yet. Each week, I'm dropping gems to help you level up in business, mindset, self-care, and everything in between without the fluff, pressure, or burnout. No crumbs, just gems. Let's get into it. All right, so today we are going to be diving into a topic that usually has people running for the hills, okay? Or they just scroll past it. And we're going to be talking about money. But not like just having it, okay? We're not talking about that. We're talking about managing it. I said it weird. Managing it, growing it, and most importantly, being disciplined with it. So we're going to call this episode Money Moves and Budgeting Brilliance, okay? And this is about the discipline that changed my bank account and my life. Because listen, everybody wants to make money, right? But we're all out here building businesses, chasing goals, stacking coins. But I want you to ask yourself, if you are a person of faith, are you being a good steward over what you already have? Are you tending to your current blessings, big or small, with the same fervor that you're chasing the new ones? Because my mama told me that when you take care of what you have, God trusts you with more and he will give you more. So today I'm going to take y'all on a very personal journey. I'm saying again because I already did this. And it still annoys me because I did a really good job on that episode, but I digress. We're going to talk about how budgeting literally transformed not just my savings account, but my mindset, my habits, and even my relationship with God. And yes, I said it, God. And if you've ever said, I want to get my money right, but you're still treating your bank account like a scratch-off ticket, hoping for the best every time you swipe, this episode is for you. Get ready to shift your perspective and stack your coins, okay? So let's start at the beginning. How were you taught to think about money growing up? Ask yourself that and really think about it, because trust me, your current money habits are deeply rooted in your money history. And I learned this. For me, I was blessed though. I grew up watching my mom budget like a boss. Like seriously, she always knew what was coming in. She knew what was going out, and she never made money feel scary or like some big mysterious monster for me. She was calm, intentional, and always on top of it. And my family in general are very financially savvy and they're smart with it. And that discipline and that respect for money and that understanding of where it went stuck with me. It was ingrained. Like she taught me how to balance a checkbook when I was like 9. And she taught me the importance of savings. Now, granted, I did not listen when I got to college. I think everybody had that time, around 18 to 21, 22, where you truly F up your credit because there are predators on every single college campus throwing credit cards at you and telling you to get credit. So that really sucked because I did mess up my credit and my mom helped me build. And the way she helped me build it was she got me a credit card when I was 18 and she actually bought my books for college with it. And she paid it right back because my church gave me money for my books. So she did it that way. So that way it helped me build credit. She did it that and she bought something else for school. I want to say it was supplies, like dorm room supplies. I can't remember what it was. But either way, she still used it for me and then paid it back to start establishing my credit and establishing good credit. And then, of course, I came and I messed it up later, but whatever. But it is, what was I talking? Oh, that foundation, though, like, it wasn't until like 2023. Was it 2023? Time goes by too fast, y'all. Was it 2023? It had to be. I feel like it was. Yeah, it was. Okay. That was when I got really serious about my own budgeting. And it wasn't just about keeping track anymore. It was, because I had goals, like real goals. But I wasn't managing my money and I okay. So like I really wanted to learn how to be strategic with my money, if you get what I'm saying. It wasn't about the amount. It was about what I was doing with the amount that I had. And so my goals of what I wanted to do, I wanted to grow my savings. So I didn't want to just put a little bit away, but I wanted to intentionally build something significant. I had a certain amount in mind for my bank account and both my kids' savings accounts, rather, both all three savings accounts. I also wanted to stop unnecessary spending. Like, you know how it is, the little purchases that add up, the I deserve it impulse buys that derail your bigger goals. That was me. I wanted to stop that because my weakness was shoes. And I've told you all before that whenever, some people eat a lot when they're stressed and upset or whatever. That's not me. If I'm stressed, upset, depressed, anything like that, I don't eat and I shop. And during the pandemic, when I was having like huge issues in my marriage during 2020, there was so many shoe dazzle boxes being delivered to the house. So much, in fact, that I bought the same pair of shoes 3 times. That's sad. Like, for real. Like, I can laugh about it now, but dang, like, I bought the same pair of shoes 3 times. So, which is shocking, though, because I wear a size 11, and I'm shocked that I was able to buy a size 11 3 times in the same shoe. But, okay. My other goal I had, I wanted to know exactly where my money was going every single month. Like, I knew, but I felt like I was guessing, and I didn't want to guess anymore. I didn't want any more surprises. I wanted complete awareness over my money. And most importantly, I wanted peace. Peace over my finances, peace in my home, knowing everything was handled, peace in my spirit, free from financial anxiety. That desire for peace, that was really the true catalyst that pushed me forward on my budgeting journey. So I know I'm probably going to lose a few people when I say this, but I got to say it because it's my truth. And discipline is spiritual. Stewardship is biblical. And I didn't start budgeting because I read a popular finance book or watched some viral YouTube video or any of that stuff. No. No shade to those resources, though. They're great. But for me, I started truly because God told me to. I've told you all before, I can hear him talk. When I pray, or like when I have, okay, so when I pray during my night routine, mostly my morning routine. So my morning routine, I'll say this, my morning routine with God, like my morning time with him, and my business meetings with him, that's going to be my next episode, by the way, are my business meeting with God, because I made a post about it in one of these Bible groups that I'm in on Facebook, and it has basically gone viral in that group. So I also want to talk about it here. Anywho, during those business meetings with God and my morning time with him, I ask him specific questions, and I'm able to hear him respond to me. I've always been that way. I've always heard his voice. You all know as well, I told you all before that my grandmother had talked about how I have a gift with my dreams. My daughter has it as well, but hers is way more, like, it's different than mine. Like, she has even had prophetic dreams about the apocalypse. Well, not I guess you could say the apocalypse, yeah. And the like it's in depth with her. It's super detailed. Whereas with me, my dreams are like very they're like I snapped if y'all didn't hear that. But yeah, that was me. They're like that. They're super quick. Kind of like That's So Raven. Like when she would have those psychic visions and she would just see, that's what I would see. But it's only when I'm dreaming, if you get it, okay? So like, for example, I had a dream about my grandmother's funeral. I had a dream about what she was wearing in the casket, all of that. I could see all that. And I was standing beside the casket and I was reciting a poem that I had written. And I knew the day and everything. And the very next day after that dream, my dad came to my college campus and told me that my grandmother had passed away. Like, those are the type of dreams that I have. My dreams, when they're super vivid and I know they're from God, I know they're going to happen. And I listened to them. And that was how I knew that my house was going. I didn't know. Stop. Hold on. I didn't know my house was going to burn down. I just listened to something that God told me. Like he told me about something, and that's what made us leave the house that day that my house exploded. So I do get words from God. I do get dreams from him, all of that. And it can be scary at times, but I'm all the way off. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, okay. So during the routines and everything, yeah, I asked him, certain things, and he told me that I needed to start being smart with my money, and that was why he was not blessing me in the way that I could have been blessed, because I was not being smart and I was not taking care of what he had already given me. He was like, he literally said to me, "How can I expect you to take care of more? How can you expect to have more when you're not taking care of what I've already given you? You're complaining." So I stopped complaining. So yeah, I felt genuinely led by him to steward what I already had better. I felt this profound call to be more responsible, more intentional with the resources that I had already been blessed with. And when I obeyed, like when I truly leaned into that guidance and applied discipline, y'all, my money started growing, and not just pennies, not just a few extra dollars. Okay, I'm talking a high 5-figure savings account with a yield that's yielding. Okay, like the yield is yielding. All right, and if you want to have this high yield like I have, please get with the bank that I'm with for my savings account. I will link that in the show notes and the YouTube, okay? Because I think it's like, what, 5%? 5.47? I forgot, but either way, it's high, okay? And it wasn't magic, obviously. This was the direct result of obedience and consistent action. But here's a deeper truth with that, the hidden gem in all of this. Once I disciplined my money, that discipline started spilling over into other areas of my life too. And that's what I really want to emphasize, because once I got disciplined with my money, I got disciplined with my eating habits, even though that has fallen by the wayside, but that's another episode. I got more disciplined with my routines, with my work habits. Money management showed me something profound about myself, and that was that I could trust myself. I could set a goal, follow through, and see results. And if I could do it with money, what else could I conquer? So I want to share some scriptures that I wrote down that I really wanted to share with y'all during this journal, because the Bible is full of financial wisdom. And I have said this before. I'm going to go ahead and give this caveat. If you are not a person of faith, someone who believes in the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, I'm not the person for you. I'm going to talk about him. He has brought me through a whole lot. Y'all have no idea. I'm not even supposed to be alive, okay? And again, that's a whole nother episode. But those of you who really know me and know my testimony, I should not even be alive. And that is truly because of our Heavenly Father. And the things that he has rescued me from, the things that he has brought me out of, I'm going to always give him praise. I'm going to always acknowledge him. So if you have a problem with someone being faithfully led and have faith aligned strategy with their business, I'm not for you, respectfully. You can turn me off. Okay. So again, I'm going to go into these 3 scriptures. If you don't want to hear them, cool. Bye. So the first one was Luke 16:10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And again, this hit me hard, because if I wasn't responsibly managing the little I had, why would God entrust me with more? That's it. Like, simple. The other one was Proverbs 21:5. The plans of the diligent, and just let y'all know, Proverbs 21:5 and Proverbs, oh, this is going to bother me because I know it. It's, I got to get my book because I have to, it's going to bother me now because I'm just thinking about so many scriptures that I can't even remember the one I was going to say. There's one, okay, so there are 3 scriptures that are like my anchor scriptures when it comes to my business. But there's one, okay, I was right. Proverbs 16:3 is my literal anchor scripture. Okay. So make sure you all go look at, because I'm not going to go ahead and teach on those or anything like that, but just make sure you all go look at Proverbs 16:3, Habakkuk 2, verses 2-3, and then this one, Proverbs 21:5. And Proverbs 21:5 says, the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. I mean, this speaks directly to planning, intention, and consistency, all hallmarks of good budgeting and running a good business. And then the last one is 1 Corinthians 14:40. But everything should be done in a fitting and orderly way. God is a God of order, and bringing order to my finances was part of aligning with that divine principle. So for me, this wasn't just about like spreadsheets and stuff like that. It was about spiritual growth and trusting that process. And I want to keep it real with y'all. Like, budgeting has never felt restrictive to me. It never felt like a punishment. And the reason why is because I just don't look at it that way. I don't look at it like something that takes away my fun or limits my choices, because that's what a lot of people say. I look at it like a roadmap to my financial freedom. I look at it like a tool. I talked about this a long time ago on my YouTube. I used to talk about it a lot. And that was when I started treating money in my business like a tool instead of something that I just needed. My outlook on my business changed. That was back when I had my boutique. And I soared. I mean, I was great anyway, but I did even better. But it's a tool, and it shows me how to get to where I want to go, how to afford the things I truly value, and how to build the life I desire. And that's empowering. It's not depriving. It's not deprivation. And I want to say this too. So we're what, in August now? No, I'm supposed to have been posted this. So the very first week of July, I took my family to the beach. So me, my 2 kids, and my husband. The reason why I'm saying I took them is because I literally paid for like everything except for like a few things. But the big things I mostly paid for. And we went to this one place. If you happen to go to Myrtle Beach, that's the main beach we go to every year, go to this place. Sorry, I had to think for a second. I lost my whole train of thought. Go to this place called Pop Stroke. It's this putt-putt place. It is franchised through Tiger Woods. I think he owns some part of it or something like that. And we had a lot of fun there. Like, I truly loved it. Putt-putt is... I used to find it kind of boring, but the way that this place is set up, you can't help but have fun. But anywho, I'm saying all this to say, it cost a pretty penny because we ate there and then we played both courses. We also played some of the games and we had extra drinks, and then my kids wanted ice cream and stuff. So it was a lot. And I was able to pay a very sizable amount for all of that, be comfortable with it, not blink an eye, not even think about it really. Like, you want it, okay, here's my card, go. Like, there was no thought. And the fact that I was able to do that on my own and use a savings account that I grew to a high figure because of my business was empowering. And it's what I've been waiting to be able to do. And I'm telling y'all, being disciplined is what got me there. It was just so great to have this trip where money was not an issue. My kids were able to do whatever the heck they wanted to do. I was able to do and buy whatever the heck I wanted to do and buy. And it felt great. So let's talk about some ways that I budget. And y'all already know I'm old school a lot of stuff. Y'all know I love to write things down. I don't do things on my phone or on my laptop. I do some things. But when it comes to like planning, I have to write it down. I have to feel it. I have to see it. I have to touch it. Like, it has to be tangible for me, or else I'm not going to do it. So first, y'all already know, I use a physical budget planner. Yes, a planner. I actually write in it, all that stuff. There's just something about putting pen to paper. It makes it stick. It makes it real. So if you want it, it will be in the show notes. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. It'll probably be like $5. It's gonna be pretty big, just so y'all know now. Like, it's gonna be big. But so in the planner, I track like everything. I track my spending, like every dime, like no exceptions. Speaking of which, did y'all hear that they're discontinuing the penny? They're no longer making the penny at the U.S. Mint. So all the pennies is out now. That's it. No more pennies. So sorry, it's random, but I saw that not too long ago. Anywho, um, what else do I track? Okay, so I also I track my debt, obviously. So keeping a close eye on what I owe and my strategy to pay it down. So like, credit cards, student loans, that's really about it because I don't have a car payment, nothing like that. So yeah, so the only thing I have in there now is credit card and student loans. That's it. I also track my income, so I gotta know what's coming in, and I gotta know like exactly how much it is. So I need to write it all down. Whenever tax season comes along, I do have a sheet in there, like if I get tax money back, how much I'm gonna put where it's gonna be allocated, that sort of thing. I have monthly goals, monthly reflections, what I could improve on, what went well, all of that. And sometimes I even write down like the why behind big purchases. Like, why am I buying this? Is it aligned with my goals? Because awareness is truly power, and you can't change what you don't track. And you probably cannot grow what you won't manage. I didn't mean to say probably. Like, you absolutely cannot grow what you won't manage. So, I'm going to be real with y'all. I decided, like right then, that I'm going to offer the budget planner for just $5. Like, it's $5 because I want y'all to see how easy it is to stay consistent, disciplined, and truly understand your money when you write it out. It is literally the exact planner that I use, and I believe it can make a difference for you too. So I want to unpack something else that's a little deeper, and that is your money relationship. This is about the hidden beliefs and emotions you have that are tied to your finances. So I want you to ask yourself these things. Do you avoid looking at your bank account? Because that used to be me. Do you get a knot in your stomach just thinking about checking your balance? That used to be me. Do you overspend when you're sad, stressed, or celebrating? Yes, I do. I used to. Is shopping or buying something a go-to coping mechanism? Do you constantly tell yourself, I'll start budgeting next month, and then next month comes, and it's the same story every single month? That, jewelers, is your money relationship talking. It's not about the numbers. It's about your beliefs, your habits, and your emotional connection to money. So you've got to be honest with yourself and then ask, what do I truly believe money says about me? Do I believe having money makes me greedy, or that not having enough makes me less than? Think about that. Am I chasing status or genuine financial security and peace? Who taught me how to handle money? Was it a good example? Did I learn bad habits? Who or what am I trying to prove something to with my spending habits? Again, money is a tool. It is not a trophy. I have learned that the money, it helps me live. It helps me care for my kids. It helps me fund my businesses. And it allows me to stay in peace, but it absolutely does not define me. My worth is not tied to my bank account, and neither is yours. When you decouple your self-worth from your net worth, you gain incredible freedom. Whoa, that popped out of nowhere. Let me say that again. When you decouple your self-worth from your net worth, you gain incredible freedom. I'm about to type that in my phone so I can put that on my Pinterest. If you do not follow me on Pinterest, by the way, get on up there and get on my Pinterest, because I have been redoing my Pinterest, and my Pinterest is about to be bomb. Okay? So head on over to Pinterest, type in my name, Ikaneisha J. I don't know if it's Ikaneisha J or it's Ikaneisha Jenkins. I don't know. Either way, you'll find me. Type in my whole name. Type in Ikaneisha Jenkins. Okay? And I'm pretty sure you will find me. So you need to head on over to my Pinterest. But anywho, what was I saying? I forgot. Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, make sure you do that. Don't tie in your self-worth with your bank account, okay? I'm telling you, once you let go of that stupid, idiotic belief, you will gain relief. So I want to speak life over your finances, over our finances, Julius. Like right now, like words have power, and so do your thoughts. So let's shift that energy. Here are some affirmations you can start using daily, because I had to write these down too, because I had something like this when I first started. So affirmation number 1, I honor God with how I manage money. I am capable of making wise financial decisions. I budget because I love my future self. This one right there, that was the main one I used to say all the time. I'm going to say it again. I budget because I love my future self. I am disciplined, not deprived. I choose peace over impulse. That one is another one. Really good. I probably should put that on my Pinterest as well. So for all of you who love to journal out there, because you all know I love a good journal, I love a good prompt, all of that. Or for those of you who need to sit with these thoughts, I'm going to give you some journal prompts as well that give yourself some honest reflection. I actually did these years ago. I'm going to give them to you. Only reason I remember is because I wrote them down long ago. So the first one, what does financial peace look like in my life? Get really specific when you answer this question. Write it down so you can go back and look at it years from now, okay? Again, what does financial peace look like in my life? What money habit have I outgrown that I need to release? When I think about money, what emotions come up for me and why do I think they appear? How can I make budgeting a form of self-care rather than a chore? Who taught me what I know about money and what negative beliefs or habits do I want to actively unlearn from that teaching? Ask yourself these questions, journal about them, write them down, keep them somewhere where you can actively go back and look at them a year or 2 or 3 from now. So I want to ask you all something, not ask you something, I wanted to tell you something rather. This discipline journey is not about perfection, and this is coming from someone who is a huge perfectionist, okay? It's about direction. It's about consistently moving forward even when you stumble, because you're going to stumble. I'm not here to say that I got it all figured out or that I have, never made another impulse buy. I have, but they are very, very, very far and few in between. Like this whole year so far, I have only made, I'm looking around my room and my closet door is open. I've only made 2 impulse buys, and actually they really weren't impulse buys. I just needed some new sandals for when we went to the beach, and I really wanted a cute outfit, so me and my husband could match. So that was that was really it. I will say I did buy those viral sneakers from Walmart. It's all over Instagram. I did buy those, and y'all know I'm not a sneaker girly at all, but I needed a cute pair of sneakers throughout this summer because of, all the summer camps and stuff that I've been I needed them, okay? I needed them. Because really I wanted a pair of Dunks. I've seen some cute ones, but I cannot bring myself to spend that much money when I know I don't wear sneakers like that. So I bought the Walmart sneakers, and they're super comfortable. And the ones that I buy, they are super cute, and I wear them with my Lola Bunny t-shirt. It's so cute. Maybe I'll post a picture one day. Probably won't. But anywho, you see how I be going all off? Now I remember what I was talking about. I said what? About impulse buying? Okay, yeah. But I do want to tell you that it is possible to save. It is possible to say no to unnecessary spending. Take that from me, okay? It is possible to budget without shame, and it is possible to manage your money with discipline and still feel incredibly free. I'm telling you, the freedom that I have felt throughout the past year and a half has been amazing. Like, you deserve a bank account that reflects your wisdom, not your worries. You deserve to sleep peacefully knowing that you are in control of your finances, not the other way around. And remember this powerful truth that I was just thinking about. You don't need a raise, okay? People think that all the time. You truly don't need a raise. You need a plan. And a plan for what you already have. Okay? Because we really already have what we need. We just aren't using it wisely. So, are you ready to get your plan in place? You should be saying yes. Are you ready to stop the scratch off strategy and step into true financial brilliance? I want you to grab my $5, yes, $5 budget planner. And I want you to stay on top of it all. It is simple, it's effective, it's designed to, well, it wasn't designed for y'all, it was designed for me, but I'm going to say it's designed to help you start building that discipline today. And again, you can find the link in the description box, show notes, whatever you're listening to this on. And as always, I want to give you a final gem. Discipline with your money isn't a restriction, okay? I said this earlier. It is not a restriction. It is literally, excuse me, it is literally the ultimate act of self-love for your future self, okay? Stop looking at discipline as something that is restricting you. Your future self is going to thank you. So as always, if this episode blessed you, if you learned anything, please subscribe, please follow, please give me a review, please give me a like, please give me the 5 stars, whatever it is on Spotify. Please share this episode with a friend who needs to hear it. Let's go get all our money right, jewelers, okay? So catch me next week with another gem of advice because I'm not going to leave no crumbs.